Welcome to the Attic. Mana Dad here is the channel where we play what is good in Magic, mostly on Arena. We're going to try out some Alchemy Draft today. We're going to look at the Alchemy cards and then dip our toes in the draft format. I'm guessing it's going to be like the other Alchemy formats where you just draft the Alchemy cards and then you can win. Or whoever drafts the most of them wins. Gets the most of them in their deck. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Well, in case you hadn't seen it, there's a thing in the mailbox. Not that. Codex of the Multiverse. This first clue. You can type in Alquist Proft. Spoiler alert. Solve it. And then there's this thing where you can claim some packs. So we get 3 free packs. Let's open them up and see what we got here. Okay, well, we got a rare wild card. That's always good. And Spotlight Falcon, 4/3. As additional cost to cast the spell, you may collect evidence 5. If evidence is collected, conjure Spotlight Falcon into your hand. Okay. So that's a limited bomb for sure. Construction Arsonist, 2 mana 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, you can choose an instant sorcerer in your hand. If you do, that card perpetually incorporates. Incorporate adds cost to it, but it gets an extra ability. In this case, when you cast the spell, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. And whenever you cast a multicolored spell, Construction Arsonist gets +1/+1 until end of turn. We got Mapping the Maze, which is going to incorporate and add cantrip to something. And it's going to bring back an instant or sorcery from your hand. That could be good in Brawl. That sounds like a good Brawl thing. Woodland Investigation. Search your library for a basic land. It comes a clue artifact in addition to its other types. Okay. Well, that might be some busted things to do with that in an artifact deck, an affinity deck. That's interesting. Snarlfang Vermin 2/1 rat. That's good. We need more rats. The rat payoffs have just not quite gotten there. You know how I like the tribal decks, the typal decks, I should say now. Perpetually gains, deals combat damage to creature. That creature is still on the battlefield. Suspect it. It perpetually gains this ability. Whenever a suspected creature an opponent controls dies while Snarlfang Vermin is in your graveyard, that opponent loses 1 life. Okay. I mean, it's just a 2/1 with upside, I think. Boil that down. Thopters you control get +2/+0. Okay, yeah. There's some Thopter building around stuff going on. At the beginning of your upkeep, conjure a card named Ornithopter into your hand. That seems pretty busted, too. Case of the Market Melee. When it enters the battlefield, deal 1 damage to any target. Great. Damage isn't removed from creatures during cleanup steps. Great. Although I guess that affects your creatures, too. To solve 3 or more creatures are damaged. So you want damaged but not dead, I guess. What you're going for. And whenever you attack with 1 or more creatures, this case deals that much damage divided as you choose among any number of targets. Oof. It'd be good if it was kind of the other way around. And then everything else is just the cards that were the commons and uncommons we know and love. So let's go ahead and what's the best way to do this? You could go to Set Collection, Alchemy Karlov Manor. So those 3 packs got us 23% of the way there on the collection. I guess we're 0 out of 0 with the commons because there's no commons in this collection. Now, if we go and just look at Alchemy Karlov Manor and not collected, we should be able to see all the cards. So we got Scrutiny of the Guild Pact. Multicolored creatures get +1/+1, and you can incorporate, and the card that you incorporate will bring along a blue and white detective. That's, I guess, a blue. I guess it buffs all your detectives. So a 3/3 that comes along for an extra 1 white mana is nice. Sleuth Instructor. Whenever Sleuth Instructor or another permanent you control is turned face up, seek a non-elephant creature card with mana value 3 or less and cloak it. Okay. It's also just a 3/2 for 2. Case of the Lost Witness. You're going to have to forgive me. I see a Fibblethip. I already like this. When it enters the battlefield, conjure 4 cards named Fibblethip the Lost into your library. Then shuffle, draw a card. To solve, control a legendary homunculus. And you may look at the top. You could probably do something with the One Ring with that. Look at the top card of your library. Anytime you may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library. Okay. I mean, it's not that easy to solve / great to solve. Good. Ominous Lockbox. Enters the battlefield. Choose a number between 1 and 20. When an opponent casts a spell with mana value equal to the chosen number, you sacrifice it. So you're choosing probably, like, depending on where in the game you're at, probably 2 or 3 or 4. If you do copy that spell, you may choose new targets for the copy. You only get that one time. Or you can just sack it as a clue. Weird, kind of fun, but I don't know if it's that good. Excogitator Sphinx. Ah, sorry. I hope the mic is not picking that up. If it is, I apologize. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, investigate. Yeah. And you can sack a clue to seek an instant or sorcery. Yeah, that's a bomb. Cackling Observer. It's a 3/1 flyer. Target opponent reveals each non-land card in your hand. You can choose one. It leaves the battlefield. Exile cards. Owner seeks a non-land card with lesser mana value than the exile card. Okay. It's a little just tempo / downgrading. You'll play it in any deck. Lurking Spinecrawler. You may choose a non-land card in your hand. If you do, that card perpetually incorporates 1 and a black and gains. When you cast this spell, each opponent sacrifices a creature. Each opponent who can't discards a card. Whenever you cast a multicolored spell for each of that spell's colors, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Okay. That seems pretty strong. Even without the incorporate thing, just tacking on... well, it's a multicolored spell, so you're tacking on at least, +2 life. They get -2 life. A drain for 2 onto every multicolored spell. Seems strong. Perforate a Crocodile. When it enters the battlefield, for each creature your opponents control, conjure a card named Stab Wound, which is enchanted creature gets -2/-2, and drains for 2, or they lose 2 on the upkeep. Attach a Stab Wound to that creature. Kind of fun. Shove Aside. If you aren't the starting player, you may cast Shove Aside as though it had flash. 3 damage to her creature or planeswalker. Pretty good. Yeah, I wonder, that just kind of replaces Strangle, right? No reason to play Strangle with Shove Aside is in the format. Okay. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm going to try to mute here. What is the mute button? It be muted, does it? Since the beginning of your last turn. Okay. It's only 1 to flip up. You're probably at least going to get 1, if not 2 damage off of it. You can. Since the beginning of your last turn, you got 2 turns to cast the spells, and you get -1 red mana across those turns. Interesting. Guildpact Greenwalker. My face in front of this stuff. Hide me. You didn't want to see me anyway. When Guildpact Greenwalker enters the battlefield, you may choose a creature card in your hand. If you do, that card perpetually incorporates 1 and a green, gets +4/+4, and multicolored creatures are Ward 2. I mean, it's already a 3-mana 4/4. These rares are so ridiculous. Relics of the Rubble Belt. Draft a card from the spellbook. No, I don't want to craft it. There used to be a... Yeah, right-click for more information and crafting options. There we go. Okay, so it's just all the signets. You get 2 signets for 3 mana. That's not a rare that necessarily we're into. Although signets are good ramp, but I think in 2024 maybe not so much. The beginning of each combat, Sproutwatch Dryad gains flying until end of turn if a creature you control or a card in your hand has flying. Oh, interesting. They shoot for first strike, double strike, death touch, haste, hexproof, indestructible, lifelink, menace, reach, trample, and vigilance. That's got to be breakable. There's some cards that have a lot of those things, and you can just have them in your hand. Of course, it's just the beginning of the combat. Trample, Ward 2, Haste, 4/4, +2/+2 for each time this creature attacked this game. And it's going to be disguised sometimes. I mean, so presuming you're the beatdown, this is attacking as a 6/6 Ward 2 Haste. Pretty silly. When Scour the Scene enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 white and blue detective creature token. When you sacrifice an artifact, choose a creature card in your hand or a creature you control. It perpetually gets +1/+0. So I mean, just make a detective, make a 2/2 for 2, and then with some upside as you sack clues. That's not bad. Although it's buffing stuff in your hand, I don't think this is that strong. Vico, Death's Doorkeeper. Oh, good. We got Extort has returned. Sacrifice a non-spirit creature. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. It perpetually becomes a spirit. Has base power and toughness 1/1. Gains. You may pay black or white rather than pay this spell's mana cost. Okay. You just get a bunch of 1/1s. Sacrificing creatures. There's some value there, probably. Thought String Analyst. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of target opponent's library face down. You lose life equal to its mana value. Ooh. You may look at and play that card for as long as it remains can be spent to cast this spell. So it's a bob for your opponent's library. Is it Polarizer? Conjure a card named Ionize or a card named Electrolyze into your hand. Your choice is not revealed to other players. Okay. I mean, a 2/1 that draws you either Electrolyze or Ionize, whichever one you want. Yeah, that's good. Juggle the Performance. Each player discards their hand and conjures a duplicate of each of 7 random cards from the library of the player to the right into their hand. This is the one people were talking about, like, is Arena adding multiplayer. And I know it's on their roadmap, but when will they ever add it? I don't know. But when they do, Juggle the Performance will be a card you can play. So you just get, it's a wheel, but you get your opponent's cards. Weird, but there's ways to, you know, if you want to be in a fast deck, basically, you want to get all your little creatures down, play this, you lose only a few cards, maybe no cards. Your opponent loses a hand of like 7 cards. So you're positive cards compared to the opponent. Fergal, Quag Nurturer. Who comes up with these names? Elf Shaman. At the beginning of your end step, conjure a card named Slimy Dual Leech, which is a very strong card. Oh no, wait, this is a different. No, this is the Slimy Dual Leech. Yeah, the 2/4 gives a small creature +1/+0 on death touch, including itself. So you get that onto the battlefield. Otherwise, you get a +1/+1 counter on each leech you control, which is going to shut off the Dual Leech's ability, by the way. Not sure about that design. I guess the leech has to buff Fergal. Tap, sacrifice a creature, add an amount of green equal to the sacrifice creature's power. Or you can just use those leeches to ramp you. I mean, you're going to play that. Tajik! We got a new Tajik. 1/1 Indestructible Hast. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Tajic, then conjure a card with mana value equal to the number of +1/+1 counters on it from its spellbook onto the battlefield. Onto the battlefield. Gains haste until end of turn. That's fun. So, let's see. So we got the 1/1 guys, Swiftblade Vindicators, classic, just all the classic Boros guys. Knight Legionnaire. Give a shout if you remember some of these. Spark Trooper. The sacrifice at the end step. So 4 is maybe one to try and, I don't know. If you get to 4, you're probably already winning. Aurelia the Law Above. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Here we got a new Amara, 2/3 Convoke. When it enters, draft a card from its spellbook. Okay, let's look at the spellbook. Conclave Tribunal. Knight Errant of Eos. It's all Convoke cards. Loxodon Restorer. March of the Multitudes. Nissa's Expedition, so you don't want to get that one necessarily. Overwhelm. Triplicate Spirits. Venerated Loxodon's a good one to get. Ancient Imperiosaur can be a good one to get. And go back to Conclave Tribunal, okay? And Rolesk is back here, 4/5 when it enters the, or when it is turned face up, or another permanent is turned face up. You can pay X. If you do, if X is 1 or more, conjure a duplicate of a random creature card with mana value X into your hand, cloak it. So is that like a Momir random creature card? It gains Simic hybrid mana, turn this creature face up for as long as it remains face down. So it goes into your hand, then it cloaks onto the battlefield, I think. It's weird, but it's a 4/5 flyer for 4, so you're going to play it. Okay, so now we can see what we're going to be drafting here. Premier Draft, Murders, Karlov Manor, Alchemy. Just so you know, I do draft content on the channel, but trying to keep it mostly in the members only section, because not many people want to watch it, it turns out. And even fewer of you want to watch Alchemy, but thanks to those of you who are watching. You know, Alchemy, not my personal favorite, but I'm keeping an open mind about it. I'm going to keep trying it. Obviously, they're still committed to it for now. This might be the last set they do Alchemy cards for. We'll see. There's some rumors that they're going to stop. But if you're watching this, you probably enjoy Alchemy. There's something to be said to have, like, I just think that the promise of the Alchemy format has not yet been fully realized. Like, the idea of a format that's very curated and can be tuned and changed, that could be a lot of fun. Have I just been, yeah, okay, I've still got audio. I am going to blow my nose, so let's go mute mode again. And maybe I'll blow my nose one more time. Seats are not filling up that quickly, but we're getting close. Right, shout outs to the viewers that are watching. It doesn't show me your names, but if you want to chat and say hello, that's cool. I'll say hi back. Okay. So we get a regular Wajek Investigator, which is good. Well, we've got the Amara. That Conclave. This is actually a really tough pick. This is a strong card. 2/4 Flying Vigilance for 3 mana. I guess we came to play Alchemy, right? We're going to play the... That's interesting. We're getting a rare in the pack in addition to the Alchemy slot. And then we've got the land slot, which can have a rare. And then I guess there's potentially a fake foil slot that can have a rare in these packs. So I guess one benefit to drafting, you get more rares. So it looks like whoever's passing to us has taken the rare there. Green is not bad to be in, just if we want to try out different cards, like get like a Nervous Gardener. Try to kind of get some fixing. Otherwise, what do we like here? The Market Watch Phantom could be pretty good. Just like get a load of the ground. White and green aggro deck, Rumble Mount Maverick, Market Watch Phantom. Keep up with these packs. World Souls Rage. That's very splashable. Got the Frantic Goat. Tunnel Tipster, though. I like that as a ramp. Do I take that over the... I'm fully jammed out on the rares for this set, so I guess I don't need to rare draft. This is a hard habit to break. Sample Collector attacks. You may collect evidence 3 when you do protocols. Been a minute. I've been playing a lot of WoW quick draft lately. I kind of ducked out of this format. Got Torch the Witness, which is very splashable, or we got the Crocodile. We want to be going wide as much as possible. I guess on the job would be a go wide kind of thing, but I think we'll just take Torch the Witness as a potential splash. Case of the Pilfered Proof that has a terrible win rate on 17 lands, but Stepping the Maze. Get a leg up would be good in a go wide deck. We're just not getting the go wide payoffs. I mean, we could take the Alchemy card just to collection build. We could take the Combat Trick. I guess if we're trying to win, we'll take the Combat Trick. There's another Combat Trick. Public Thoroughfare is not my favorite way to do fixing. Just trying to get small creatures if we can, like Rebel Belt Maverick. Case of the Ransacked Lab going around late as usual. The card is just so hard to pull off. I think I saw it in Brawl. Somebody pulled it off. Specifically in a Storm deck. A land with a basic land type. Very key there. Get the Surveil lands. Well, right now, white might just be a splash. We could be red-green. While we're waiting, we'll take a look at the... We have a fairly low curve at the moment. We've got Branch of Vitu-Ghazi, which is also bad fixing. The Investigators are splashable. Well, you know, Crovod Hunch can win games. Or just take the Crocodile, though, that's the question. Not really liking what we're getting past. Have I gotten too much of blinders down on things? I guess is the question. We've got two Rebel Belt Mavericks. I guess if we move into a green-black deck, that could be good. Tunnel Tipster likes face-down creatures. See about splashing. Frantic Scapegoat is a good card. I mean, we could go red-green. This is for the collect evidence decks. That just didn't really get there to my satisfaction. Small creatures plus combat tricks. I guess I'll take a millstone. Maybe we end up in a control deck. Okay, well, we got the Spotlight Falcon. Let's go back towards green-white. And Crowd Control Warden. What do we like? Novice Inspector. Pretty good. Oh, ramping. Expensive ramp, though. Crowd Control Warden. Hopefully we'll wheel that Crowd Control Warden, I think. So, we definitely want to get stuff that's good in the graveyard. Ooh, well, Guildpact Greenwalker get passed to us. There's our signpost uncommon. But take the Greenwalker. Penguin Savior is playable. Scoundrel. One is not more splashable than the other, necessarily. Although the more mana value, the better they are with we trade them off in the Spotlight Falcon down. Okay, well, just rare draft here. Make your move. Or escape tunnel. Maybe we're taking escape tunnel. Don't want to be able to fix. Case of the Shattered Pact. Vitugazi Inspector. Go wide payoff. I mean, the Phantom is his fanatical strength. It's better combat trick. Bite down on crime. We got more than enough combat tricks, honestly. +2/+2 investigate. Is that better than one mana combat trick, but can be not very powerful. It could be. It can also be a finisher. What's quadrant theory you have to say about that? Okay, so we've got a Croson Tusker here as a special guest. The kind of thing we're looking for. Cryptex can be good in the right deck in this format, but I don't think that deck is ours. We just want to make sure we have enough small creatures. Then whether escape tunnel or any of these. Skip a tunnel it is. Those. Almost last pick, case of the ransacked lab. Another get a leg up. Those are uncommon. We got 3 of them. Really build around that. This is the overrun effect. Here's our alchemy rare. Take a flyer on that. I don't think we're splashing black yet, but let's see what this pack holds. I don't think there's a ton here for us. Oh, but a Lush Portico is nice. This Gateway Express is really nice too. Ooh. Suppose if I take the Portico, you get one of those on the wheel. Oh, back Spain. Ferox, yes please. Undercity Sewers, that's... There wasn't another good rare in our colors in the pack. I might consider that. Makeshift Binding is removal. I do love the Glint Weaver. And there's Hard-Hitting Question. Ooh. Is that better than Makeshift Binding? No, I think probably not. I'd have to see the stats on that. I don't think we can play all these get a leg ups. Maybe just one of them. Let's see what we end up with. I don't have enough small creatures. I mean, having a land that you can sack in the late game, or wrote just another Rebel Belt Maverick. There's a Surveil that helps with these. We'll take the. We have already two Mavericks. We'll take a Woodland Investigation. We're here to learn about the new alchemy cards. Heaven. 7-0 Heart. Yeah, dude. I had 7-2 draft. Whoa, quick draft this morning. I'm feeling my oats in the draft these days. So there's the Insidious Roots. I think it's a bit late to move into the Roots deck, although it might be playable in our deck. It does go wide. Maybe we'll consider that when we're doing deck building. Because here's another one. Wow. Huh. We got to think about that. And a third one? 3 packs in a row? We've already made playables. So we got 2. Well, actually, no. We need 1 more playable, potentially. Although we got some stuff in the sideboard. But get a leg up. Airtight Alibi. So if we're going into black, the Macabre Reconstruction potential. And the Rot Form Mortipede. Never see anybody playing this card. Seems like it could be playable. And +2/+2 and trample. Do we have one of these yet? Pick one up, I guess. Gotta be fast in this format. Gotta be fast. Maybe we do go to black. Black, green, white. See if we can maximize our Insidious Roots. Is that crazy? I feel like we've got a decent deck without the Roots. We might be killing our deck by putting the Roots in. Check in on Heaven. Heaven, you got any ideas? So we put in the roots and the Mortipede and the Macabre. We take out Torch the Witness. Hellion's fine. We can flip Hellion. By the time we got 6 mana, hopefully we got double green. Then your 4 forests, 4 swamps, 4 plains is what it's recommending? That doesn't sound good. But hitting the roots, creature tokens can tap for mana of any color. So, do we have anything that makes creature tokens? Not that I'm seeing. There's potentially something from the spellbook? Like March of the Multitudes? Or Triplicate Spirits? Watchdog definitely feels weak at the 4-drop spot. I don't know. I just think we're probably hurting our deck too much by adding black. We do that. Put the Torch the Witness back in. Off a single Mountain Splash. Why is it at 13 lands now? That's 16 lands. We lose the Hotshot Investigators. And just go with more of these get a leg ups. Could add 1 black and just put it in the Macabre. Could put back the Karlov Watchdog. Pretty weird build. I don't know. I'm not super confident in it. Oh, my video is frozen? Gotta fix that. There we go. I'm moving about. Let's give it a try. Make your predictions now. How many wins do you think it's going to get? Even if you're watching this on YouTube later, make a prediction. I think we could get this to 3 wins. No. Are we getting our money back? Probably not. Up against Tom Vaughn, number 9. Number 9? Number 9? Hey, we got the Lush Portico right off the bat. I gotta keep this. Why is this gardener so nervous? What's she so nervous about? Bad for glass? Little Chinatown reference for you Chinatown heads out there. Well, there's Spotlight Falcon. Okay, maybe we do play Nervous Gardener face down. Thinking maybe we just play it as a 2/2. be able to go get that second white mana. There's a Tunnel Tipster. You're one turn too late, Tipster. Alright, plays a third color. And I guess we should play the mountain there, but play an attack. To keep playing these face-down creatures without playing the Tipster, it is more mana efficient. This is the no blocks the format. I didn't flip anything. It may very well have a combat trick though. Attack like that. Give me that white mana, please. And then we draw one. Alright. We don't have any evidence to collect. Maybe we should have traded off there. Just keep making... Well, I'll attack and see what happens. Well, I'm not waiting around. Hopefully don't have any more galvanizes, because that just kills this guy right off the bat. We'll be able to flip up next turn, exit specialist. Oh, okay. I put the Spotlight Falcon back. Back for 2. Feel like the most efficient thing I can do. I could just play this. I could play this disguised. I could play the Tunnel Tipster, play this disguised. I could just flip this up, which is going to be pretty hard to deal with. Do that. Either one of these ends up in the graveyard. We've got multiple falcons. Feeling pretty good. Opponent's playing 4 colors at the very least. Getting intergalactic planetary with their mana. Face downer. Put the 2/1, that's fine. Race. This is sorcery. Let's get the mana down. See what they want to do here. They're going to take the damage. Okay. Flip this up. Investigate. Level 4/2. Okay. Perfect target for makeshift binding next turn. Get one big swing. They're gonna crack their clue. Yeah, you bet you are. Lurking a spine crawler. They can make us sack a creature. What's got that weird drain thing? That's worth torching, probably. Rosen Tusker, hey, that's what we needed in the graveyard. Makeshift binding. Can I torch for 4? They're all tapped out. If I do this, they have to block one of them. We suppose I win. See what they got for their last couple cards here. There are board wipes in the format, but I feel pretty good about the Spotlight Falcon now. They have a Spotlight Falcon. Okay, okay. What do we sacrifice? I think just the Tunnel Tipster. And when they conjure the copy, it doesn't get the incorporate. That's good to know. Face of the Market melee. Oh, they're going to face. Opponent is all in. Okay. See how they want to block. Sorry, opponent. Some serious investigating. What if I just had the win here by putting the Fanatical Strength on the Crocodile? I feel like I've got the win anyway. That's the evidence. Nice that it counts as its own evidence. Win the game. Game 1 on the books. Check my messages. My wife has sent me when dinner is happening. Give that a thumbs up. In 35 minutes. Ooh, it's been a hard time. My youngest had an incident at her daycare last week. I had to go pick her up. Somehow fell and cut open the back of her head. I had to take her to go get it stitched up. My older daughter was in kindergarten. Their kindergarten had strep throat going around. Kept her home sick yesterday. We got it confirmed today that it is strep throat. So, the joys of parenthood. Well, we go first. We don't have a creature, but maybe the Lush Portico can help us find it. Show me creature. Oh, here we go. Goblin Mask Maker. Would I want to Woodland Investigate? I don't think I do yet. Not until I know what kind of colors I might need. Are they attacking just to make their face down spell cost less is the question. I can kill that guy, but I don't know if I want to get a leg up just yet. Why does this continually tell me it's casting cost modified to 2? Did I do something that modified the casting cost to 2? I don't know. Let's activate this. We're getting escape tunnel. At this point, I'll Woodland Investigate. We just get what? We got double white, we got double green. We've got one of our red cards in the graveyard, so I guess blue is our best bet. Can always get something else with the escape tunnel. In the deck. They're missing their land drops here. Escape tunnel. Oh, there's our red mana. So I can play this, crack it, go behind on mana. Apparently I can play Bite Down on Crime. Why does it think I can play this? I only have 2 of the 6 evidence. Well. Get another lanes, I suppose. Totally flooding out.
Here comes the flood.
Perfect teamer. Red, green, blue. Looks like they've actually taken some care in selecting the land arts that they want, right? Common area, M21, M20. Did I just kill this guy? They already got all the value out of it that they needed to. Red herring, interesting. Post-combat. Just see if I can cast it. Yeah, no. Then it needs 4 mana. So that's bad. Bad interface design. Constantly making me think it costs 2. Nervous Gardener, okay. Interesting attack. Do we go for this in case they got some big flip here? Now they're at 5 mana. And, okay, give that +2/+0. That's gonna kill. I would have needed 1 more creature. Oh, that really just landed perfectly for them. Probably should have been able to read that attack. This is not going to be enough for either of these guys to survive, so okay. We got blown out. So we draw off the top. Just a land. Okay. Sometimes the magic gods don't want you to draw any cards. Well, let's go on to another game. 1-1 with this pile. Oh, and now we have 3 viewers. The viewers are going up right as my play gets worse. I don't know how that works. Maybe some viewers will bring me luck here. So we can Woodland Investigate for red, I think. I do want double white for this eventually. Woodland Investigate. Find a mountain. Tusker. The Croson Tusker is very problematic with the 3 mana cycling. I think we're just going to put this on the ground. They're just ramping, so that's good. Oh, okay. Well, we could flip this up now. And hold up Fanatical Strength. Meddling Youths. Ooh, that's a big youth. A big ol' youth. 2/1 lifelink actually lets us race with it, though. That's what's crazy. That's how strong lifelink is. Okay, 5 mana. I think I cycle this. We want to get to 7 mana to play this, right? Or do we just get this face down and get the escape tunnel going? So we'll play this face down. We'll hold up Fanatical Strength. That's what we'll do. Still don't think we risk blocking here. Unless they completely tap out before they attack. Lurking Spinecrawler. A strong one. They didn't pay to incorporate it though. Well, they're kind of tapped out. Don't risk it. We got Ward. Tuttle Tipster. You're a bit late as usual, Tuttle Tipster. Looks like they may have actually the shock. Let's see. Shove aside, yeah. Blue. Mara. Damn, if we still had it, we could have tapped it. Yeah, cast as though it had flash. Pretty good. No blocks. It's a race. Let's see. We flip this up and play Amara. Almost not quite. So let's see if we can play Amara and Torch Power. Yeah, Torch the Witness. We need to draft a card. Don't want this. Curiosaur is interesting. Triplicate Spirits is interesting. They don't have anything that tramples. I mean, we're at 7 mana. I kind of feel like we gotta get this Spine Ball off the battlefield, though. We can't have it hitting us for a bunch of damage every turn. The blocks go to 9. Opponent's got a grip of cards. They are in black, so they might have a way to deal with Imperiosaur. Although Ward 2 helps. Always helps. Taps. For 2. Plays a face down. What? Their face downer. Yeah. Okay. Pressure is seriously on here. Tap frickin' low. Just you, I think. And we'll be able to draw with the clue. Let's see if this holds down the fort for a hot minute. I missed a 6. It's rough. Got 4 cards. There might be a bug around here. Not a spy bug, just an actual, like, June bug or something. We get a lot of visits from wasps. I think I might have plugged up at least one of the holes the wasps are getting into. Gonna kill Amara. Huh? So we basically have to block. Guess if they got a pump spell, they got us. There's definitely a bug in my light here. That's fun. How did they get in there? I want to see what we can draw. Makeshift bug. A little bit late. A little bit late on that. Okay. What up? Viewers, how much more time do I got? I got... Oh, no more time. So, we'll leave it on that note, but hopefully you enjoyed seeing some of these new alchemy cards in action, and this helped you make up your mind whether you want to spend your well-earned money on the alchemy draft here. So, that's it. Reminding you that... Oh, this is Manadad reminding you...